This is RBComics' YouTube channel.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Gertrude who wished she could be taken away to an amazing world filled with wonder and magic and laughter and joy. Lucky for little Gertrude, some wishes come true.
Help!
A grand adventure awaited her.
Mom! Dad! Someone! The Four is eating me!
All she had to do was let go. And she was on her way to an amazing world.
I don't want to die!
Filled with wonder.
I don't want to die!
And magic.
I don't want to die!
And laughter.
I don't want to die!
And joy.
Welcome to Fairyland. Hello, Gertrude. I am Queen Cloudia, ruler of all of Fairyland. It is a pleasure to have you as our guest here.
Am I dead?
No, sweet child. You are very much alive.
I would like to go home, please.
The Queen went on to explain that there was a door back to her world. All Gert needed to do was find a key to unlock it. A quest that should only take 2 shakes of a bottle zig. That's about a day for those of you who left your Fairyland conversion charts at home. The f*** is a bottle zig? The Queen gave Gertrude 2 things to help her on her journey.
Hello, I'm Larry Ginn Winsworth III. I'll be your guide. And this is a map to all the known lands.
With that, Gertrude had all she needed, and so her adventure began. That was 27 years ago.
Larry, it's been 4 days since we passed Peppermint Pike. We should be at Candy's Muffin Huggin' Rock by now.
I think we should have sprinkled dust of Hannah's spine when we were over the wave graves. Then the drowned souls will open a secret path for us.
On the outside, it looked as if she'd not grown 1 day older. But on the inside...
The wave graves? That was 2 days ago. Why didn't you say something then?
Gert, you have the map, not me.
Well, fluff you and fluff this map!
She had aged every single minute of her time in Fairyland. The sweet young girl who was once filled with hope and joy was taken over by the hateful, miserable, disgusting, revolting, wretched, horrendous, putrid plant.
And fluff that guy! Hey, you know I can hear you right?
Yes, I understand the workings of your human ear, and how it receives sound quite well. In fact,
Yeah, in fact, you are the worst, and if you say another word, I'm going to shoot you in your worst face!
how dare you speak to me in that manner? I am the High Teller in the Sacred Guild of Narrators. You will show me the proper respect.
I'm about to show you something proper.
Well, that was a bit much.
He was rude.
And that was a proportional response.
I warned him.
Fair enough. But what about all these witnesses? Think they'll be quiet?
Ugh, maybe. But why risk it? You drive. I'll shoot!
Alright, boys. I want to hear breaking bones and grown stars crying for their mommies and daddies. Ah, twinkle, twinkle, little star.
All this work is making me hungry.
I hear the buffets and Lost Fungus are pretty great.
Robbed and gambling. I'm in. Set a course, Captain Larry.
Meanwhile, at Queen Claudia's castle,
It's such a beautiful night, Sir Chirpington. I never seen so many shooting stars in one sky.
it is a sight to behold, Your Majesty.
Wait a minute. Is that one coming towards us?
I don't think so. Okay, yes, it was coming towards us. Sorry, Your Fluffiness.
What's happening to my lovely stars, Sir Chirpington? Tell me they're not all dead!
Unfortunately, they do seem to be not alive. Wait, over there.
Who did this to you, sir?
It was her. It was a nightmare. Nothing but the green of her hair. And the blood of my people.
Gertrude! I'm going to kill her! I'm going to grab those puke green locks and...
But Queen, you know the rules pertaining to the guests of Fairyland. The ruler, whether it be king or queen, may not harm any guest of Fairyland. Not
Even a single hair. Yes, you're right. The rules are the rules. I can't harm her myself, sure. But it doesn't say anything about suggesting that should harm come to said guest. One might hypothetically be given a generous sum of riches as a reward for bringing said harm down on said guest.
Why do I get the feeling that this is all going to end in tears?
Hello,
I'm looking for Bruud the Brutal.
this is he speaking.
Splendid. I'm in need of a huntsman that can find a certain someone and, make them not really alive anymore. Is that something you do?
Yep.
Wonderful. She's about 3 feet tall, green hair, with eyes that would scare the dark right out of the nix knot. I wouldn't worry your brutal little head, though. She won't be hard to find. Subtlety isn't really her thing.
Later, in Las Fungus.
I go shopping for 1 hour, and you rob a casino?
You know my steez, Larry. But don't worry, these dickheads will never catch me.
Hold! Thief! You will not escape! I've had enough of this miscreant's hate speech. We do not have the head of these so-called dicks. Fire at will! Don't point it at me, you idiot! Point it at the girl! The girl!
Yes, Captain. Should I worry now, or still hold off on that?
Slug, I have brought you the thief. Pending the trial by riddle, would you like her to be sent to the dung mines or working in the gooper holes?
Those seem like fair options to me, Captain. What do you say, little one? You ready for a riddle?
Is anyone ever really ready for a riddle? They're kind of a worst, right?
Man, your name is Gertrude and you rude as hell. So how about I add a third option? I grind your guts and bones and use it for a roux in tomorrow's gumbo.
FML. Riddle away.
Alright, Slug Lord right here. Check this shit out. Here's a skull in the witch's brew. The brew is in the belly of a 10-ton hen's bun, covered up in jelly, hidden by the vipers, gnawed off into the slumbers, dreaming of a gleaming dove and half a dozen blunders. Who drinks from the springs of time but have no time to waste, and who eat from the rain mine but can't stand the taste. Despite the sugar-filled deposits of nice and fuzzy stomach cramps, there's still just the buzzing of the half-beloved bubble lamps, who only care about your darkness if left to their own devices, and would gladly trade your hope for a glass of toasted ices to melt away the velvet clay left behind by the last squeak. And to this, only then will you escape the minds of dung and set yourself free. Shit. You ain't never gonna get.
I got it!
Hell nah.
Yep, lean and I'll give you my answer.
What the?
I got a riddle for ya. It's not a swan, not a bear, not a goat with a grudge, but it is being choked out and about to be dead as fudge.
Man, hell nah, you ain't just do that. Boys, I want you to kill that dumb little cutie.
Yes, sir, your sliminess. She'll be dead in 2 kills of a joke's breath.
2 kittles of a... Oh, now that is just nasty.
Look, I'm eating your carpus. They're totally alive and I need them all.
Nah, you ain't eating them all. Troop Patrol, take her out.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't think I'm that hungry. Thanks for the hospitality, Sluggy. I'll keep in touch.
Meanwhile, outside the Slug Lord's penthouse...
Larry, I know I owe you for that thing in Hopsley back in the day, but I don't think your girl made it.
Nah, I'm not that lucky. I told you, she'd probably choke someone out, eat a shroom or 2, and then look for a window to jump out of.
Oh, you're good.
You ate some of them, yeah? Yep. How much did you ingest?
Not very much. I'm fine, Mr. Scary Monster. I promise.
This is gonna be a long night.
Have you ever tasted thoughts? I'm very mauve with a stupid color, and I will not be invited into my 40th birthday party. Did you see me put that fool in a Japatook? It was sick. I mean, think about water right now. Tell me that doesn't blow your mind. Blah 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 blah
Hey, keep it down! Yeah, some of us are trying to sleep here.
I'm sorry, Larry. I can't take a lot of talking, but you just repeated the word blah for the last 65 miles. I consider my debt paid.
Where are we?
It's Ice Cream Island.
Why is it so cold?
It's Ice Cream Island. The word ice is in the name. You look terrible.
Well, I feel great.
Really? Because you look terrible.
I said...
Let me guess. You feel great.
Shut the fuck up. I just needed a puking rally. I'll give you the map and let's figure out where we're going next.
You know what would be great? Pick a place that had the key. Just a thought.
Looks like the purple pig dropped us by the Howling Hollows. We can look for it around there.
Not sure that's a great idea. Your run-in with Mooney last night is probably causing chaos with their cycles. If they were fully wolfed out, they might be stuck like that for a while.
Good call. I'm not really into getting all killed and stuff.
That's too bad. That's exactly what I'm here to do. And stuff.
To be continued.
The following is a non-profit fan-based comic dub. I Hate Fairyland is owned by Scotty Young and Image Comics. Please support the official release on Comixology. Hey, what's a Comixology?
What do we have in store for two? Oh, hello there. Excuse me for not noticing you there. I'm afraid I wasn't quite prepared to share today's tale. I usually have Horn's day off, but my dear friend Mr. Moon crossed paths with a real hamburger and is going to be on the med for a time. But don't worry a hair on that head. I'll be caught up lickety-split and you will be hearing all the adventures of... well, son of a biscuit! I knew I shouldn't have answered that call this morning. I have a family to think about.
Unfortunately for us both, the story must be told. I apologize in advance.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named...
Oh no, I killed another narrator again. Fluff it. Anyway, it's just a little kid, you know. 27 years, 1K. It's just, you know. Yeah, Fairyland sure to suck big fat dragon gourds. Man, you really did me. I mean, if you wouldn't have tried to kill me, then I wouldn't have cut your head off with your own axe. And we could have totally been besties. Why are you looking at me like some kind of creepy creep? I'm trying to have a private conversation with my new friend here!
I do believe that when a patron starts using the severed head of a huntsman as a companion, he or she may have had enough to drink. Let's say you settle up and call it a night.
First, I ain't got no money, so joke's on you. Second, I'm gonna drink 3 more of these. Then, see what it takes to get this muffin blubber to turn into a beast. Ribbit! Ribbit! Hey! Where the hell you think you're going? Mr. Head, I think you're salting my tea.
Or maybe they're onto the fact that you look like you're 8 years old. Just a wild guess.
I'd love to hear more of your theories, but right now, I'm turning outside. I'm so watching you drink your own dirty pee-fast beer. Stop it! Quit drinking your pee beer for 1 second and try to understand how bad it sucks to be 30 fluffing 7 years old and look like a beautiful little child!
Let's not use the B word so loosely.
Uncle Larry! I wish I could look normal just for 1 day.
Fudge my life.
That's a huge bit! Holy shit happened to me! I'm a big monster!
That would be the Wisher's Ale you can drink. You drink it, you wish it, it grants it.
I said I wanted like a normal, and fish, broth, and wish for this!
You live on a Fairyland diet your whole life, which is basically sugar, sugar, and then some more sugar. So your, normal seems to be walking type 19 diabetic tuner. Hey, you never know. Maybe that frog might find that kind of hot.
Could someone give me some insulin, please?
Meanwhile, at Queen Claudia's castle...
She what?
Yes, Your Majesty. I'm afraid that Bruud the Brutal is now missing his head.
I should have known better than to hire one of those idiot huntsmen. All they care about is axes and entrails. No finesse. Rookie mistake on my part, Sir Nimbus.
Should I bring you a new list of champions?
No, Gertrude will eat them for dinner. Literally.
Your Highness, this is where we keep the Horb's orb. You can't think this is a good idea.
Sir Nimbus, it's time to go hard or go home.
Eye of Jinkers, bone of conch, I call on the darkest of evils known in the darkest of evils known in... Oh, come on! Can't a witch get her witching on in peace? Who would be stupid enough to call at this hour? Hello?
Horribella, sweetie. It's so good to hear your voice. I've been meaning to come by, bring a bottle of nectar and...
Cut the shrug, Cloudia. What do you want?
Just an itsy-bitsy job. The pay's great and shouldn't take long at all for a witch as powerful as yourself. How do you feel about, let's say, killing Gertrude?
Oh, I feel very okay with that.
Perfect. My fairies tell me she's on Mort's trail somewhere near the Giggle Giants.
Then if what I hear about Gertrude is true, she'll end up in Faun Valley.
Is that a good thing?
Yes, I can work with that. Young, so ripe. That is a wonderful tune you bless my old ears with. Allow me to give you something in return.
Thank you, my lady. You are very...
The old, whoops, you thought you were eating fruit, but it was really spoiled cursed brains trick. Get some every time.
The next day.
I feel like shit. Remind me never to do this again.
I found it! By gum, I finally found it.
What? Are you serious right now? You really found it? I can't believe this! All these years searching and I finally have my key!
What? No. I dropped my lighter earlier. I found it.
I hate your guts.
You love my guts.
No, I don't. I hate them. I want to pull them out of you and do hurtful things to them. I don't understand. The Bobby Top said it would be here.
Hey, we searched every inch of this place. Maybe you heard him wrong.
No way. I remember it very clearly. She said, slay the tickle troll and hunt the heart.
Not even close. She say, pay the fickle toll or be bumped at the start.
What toll?
Beats me. Anyway, these weren't tickle trolls. They're giggle giants.
Tickle, giggle, whatever. They won't be laughing anymore, will they? Anyway, we're near Faun Valley. I hear the Horned Hoof serves a mean margarita.
What about the no more drinking thing you declared after your day of being normal?
What about the you shut your mouth and let's go get Kennedy?
Fair enough, I'm in. Gert, what do you miss most about your world?
Everything. You know, sleeping in beds, asking for directions and getting a straight answer instead of a haiku. School, playing with my friends, spending my days being loved by my parents, instead of walking endlessly through a world that kidnapped me and forced me to find a Hugging Puffy key that I could get 2 sips about just to get back to the place I was to begin with and...
Gert, shut up for a minute. What's that up there in the path?
It's a brain.
And it looks like it has a bite taken out of it.
Yeah, so what's wrong with that?
Well, it's a brain lying on a road, and it looks like it has a bite taken out of it. A lot is wrong with that. This is a bad sign. We need to stay away from Faun Valley.
Larry, I think you're looking way too deep into this whole brain on the ground thing.
Oh look, an entire village eerily abandoned and filled with creepy fog. There's nothing wrong with this picture.
Drama king over here. Quit being such a naysayer. Everything's fine. Here's the place. I bet we're going to go inside and find the whole town lit up and having a great time.
Or we'll see that. No, Larry, the brain wasn't suspicious at all. There's no way we walk into the Faun of the Dead.
Sweet pun. Now, if you're done bullying around, I'd like to try out the new toy we got from the Headless Huntsman. Alright, boys, who wants to try and eat some of this?
Do you ever hear yourself speak? Like, actually listen to your own words? Well, that went better than expected.
You know better than to doubt me, Larry. It'll take more than a few rotting fonts to ruin my day.
That's a lot more than a few.
But it's not a lot, right?
What's a lot to you?
You know, like enough a lot to be annoying, but not enough a lot to overwhelm us and eat our bodies while we watch and scream.
Okay, well, it might be a lot then.
Muffin fluffer.
To be continued.
The following is a non-profit fan-based comic dub. Oh, Jesus Christ. I Hate Fairyland is owned by Scotty Young and Image Comics. Please support the official release on Comixology. Hello, my dear reader. I'm afraid there's been a situation going on here, so today's storytelling might fall a little bit below the standards of the Narrator Guild. But nevertheless, a tale must be told. So let's make a go of it, shall we? Once upon a time! Blech.
I don't think that's a zombie fawn.
Oops, my bad, innocent old man. But hey, look on the bright side instead! Despite this poor attack, all the zombies are dead! Now it's time to...
I can't kill you, but I can shoot you in the throat if you don't stop that thing you think is singing. You did a pretty good job with that new battle axe, but they were undead. Seemed like they could just undead themselves again, yeah?
Good point. You still got that scorchling we took back on Hork's Peak?
I think he's in here somewhere.
Yep.
Wait!
That should be enough to keep them dead.
Larry, shut your maggoty mouth. I'm trying to slow-mo away this explosion, and you're killing my vibe.
You've got to be kidding me! It's one little girl, and no one in the entirety of Fairyland seems to be able to even put a scratch on her!
You've got to give it to that little brat, Cloudia. She's got some style.
Ugh! You're all useless! I can see them going to have to take this to the highest level. Cancel my afternoon and show Horribella out.
What a diva. Here's my card. If Queenie doesn't kill Gert, tell her Horribella has a job for her. I could use evil like that.
Soon?
Well, a visit from Her Majesty. How lucky.
Hello, Barque. I am here to meet with the Council of Elders.
Yes, Miss Cloudia. Is the sole reason for any being to pay the great ancient Barque a visit.
Oh, I see on top of speaking in third person, you've added a great to your name. Cute. While it's always nice catching up on your very eventful life and the evolution of your title, could you open up so I can speak with the Council?
Very well. Tell the great ancient Barque the secret password.
You do see the crown, yes? I'm the queen of all Fairyland. Do I really need a password?
Many a being has placed the crown upon their heads during the millennia in which I have been the holder of the council. You are but the current bearer, and I'm those who come before and those who will come after. You will tell.
Yeah, I get it. Tell Barque the password. Fine. Pizza. One of these days, I swear, I will burn you and your kin to cinder.
The Chamber of the Council of Elders, also known as the Room of Old Farts. Ha!
Thank you for allowing me to address the council today. I am here to discuss a problem that has plagued our lands and kingdoms for far too long.
Yes, the human girl known as Gertrude.
I'm not sure what there is to discuss. She will continue to quest until she finds the key.
I agree with the Fungfadder. The Book of All states
that the door is to be opened for one child and one child alone. And until that child completes their quest for the key, the door to Fairyland is to remain closed. Trust me, I've read it a few times.
Then why do you bother the elders with such things when you know the laws of Fairyland so well?
Because it's been 27 years. I think the writers of Origin would have written in an escape clause had they anticipated someone as terrible at this as she is.
So what do you propose?
Simple. We invite a new child to Fairyland. If this new guest reaches the key first, then Gertrude will no longer be a visitor to Fairyland. As we all know, I can't harm a visitor. But once Gertrude becomes a lifetime citizen, I can harm her. Until there is nothing left to harm, and we would be rid of her once and for all. Who's in? Perfect. Let's not dawdle.
Meanwhile, in the land of the Pokecorns...
I really don't understand what the big deal is! You'll grow back, right?
I'm not really caught up on my centaur science.
When we get across, push this tree down. Then the horsey man will plummet to the bottom and be a flop load up.
Try to loosen your knees and just roll with the fall. Not like that. So I was thinking we could just hit up on Loopsy Landing after this. Even if we don't find the key there, I got a friend that could hook us up with some lollipollies and we'll be glazed for a good week or so. Gert, let's go. If we leave now, we could catch the ferry and won't have to carry your big head across the salted caramel seas. You trolling me? You better not be trolling me. Come on, wake up. Great. Nothing like a little rain to make a miserable life a bit more miserable. Thanks, Weather King.
You're welcome.
Larry, if you don't stop singing, I'm going to make sure you don't live long enough to get married and raise a family.
It ain't me.
I am happy, and my name is Happy. And this is my guide, Miss Lady. What's your name?
Don't worry about my name. I'll be asking the questions. First, where'd you come from?
Joyville, Wisconsin. It's like the best small little town.
No vamping here, Smile. What are you doing in Fairyland?
I'm on a quest to find a key.
The key back to the normal human world?
Yeah, totally.
You must have been here for a long time if you made it this far.
Oh my, yes. It seems like forever. I never thought it would take me so long. It's been almost one whole day.
Look, I get it. It's like time just keeps on going and going. And your heart just keeps breaking every time you realize the warm embrace of your mother and father is much further away. Wait! 1 day? I don't believe it.
I know, right? It's like, how did I get so lucky to spend so much time in a place this wonderful? Could you imagine anything better?
I don't understand! How did you do it? It was the Eye of Secrets, wasn't it? What did she give you? That hugger fluffing sack of whispers is such a liar!
Let's see. I brought her sideways water, and she gave me the 3-day star, then...
That gets! She gave me a pair of moldy wooden nuts and said it would summon the spirit of... You know what? Never mind. Doesn't matter. Last question. Do you think it will be any harder to find the key? Out your pretty little head!
You are just too funny, silly goose. But if you want to play, then we can play. Golly, that was so much fun. Bye now.
Hello, lady.
You look like refried Golemlocks, Larrigan.
Thanks. Keep in touch.
Go fluff yourself. And your ex-wife says you better pay child support.
Hey, you two seen a girl fly through here? Green hair, probably saying a lot of bad words.
We ain't seen nothing, pig!
Calm down. Why do you assume everybody is a cop?
Well, why do they keep assuming that I got something to do with it?
No one is accusing you of anything. You are way too tense all the time.
Look, man, I'm not going back to fluffing prison.
Okay, going to avoid that. Gertrude? Where are you? Gert? Come on. I know it's embarrassing to get beat up by a girl who shoots rainbows, but look on the bright side. At least you're not... dead.
Ugh. I mean, to be continued. Assuming that this situation rectifies itself somehow.
The following is a non-profit fan-based comic dub. I Hate Fairyland is owned by Scotty Young and Image Comics. Please support the official release on Comixology. Good day, reader. It's nice of you to join me for a story today. I have quite a doozy lined up.
Mr. Grubbins, you have no idea how much I'm looking forward to hear this one. You want a drink?
No, thank you, sir. Guild policy. No partaking of mind-altering substances while on the job.
Right, my bad. Go on, do your thing.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Gertrude who seemed to have met a grim fate. But to the dismay of a certain god that would benefit from her demise. It only seemed that way. She was a bit worse from wear, but Gertrude was very much
alive.
That mother duckling of a powder puff fluffy eating. She thinks she can just try to take my key and hit me with rainbows and be until run off before I even get warmed up and start messing her whole shish like the boss that I am. You know what I'm saying, Larry?
Rarely.
Ugh, whatever. Do you still have that thing that we got from the guy that takes you to the place with all the thingies?
The Vandy Gate?
That's it. I need to have a talk with an old friend.
Let's go!
What were you thinking this time?
I haven't settled my mind on anything, Doris. Can you show me a few options?
Sure thing, honey. We could go big, or doopy, or loop-de-loopy.
What the?
Hey there, Cloudia. We need to talk.
Gertrude! You will regret this on many levels.
You remember Larry, right?
Hello, Larrigan.
Queen.
He gives zero fluffs about putting a bullet or two all up in your business. So I suggest you keep your cool. Now, tell me why some tart from my world is here and trying to kill me with rainbows.
You must be talking about Happy. She is a beam of pure sunshine, wouldn't you agree?
Sure. If you're into that kind of thing. What's she doing here?
I suspect she's very near the key.
She told me that, Queen Mother Pucker! I want to know why she's looking for the key. It's like, I don't know, mine?
We left the door to Fairyland shut for some time while you've been on the quest. 27 of your years. You're quite dreadful at this, you know.
How am I supposed to figure all this plush out when I'm forever teetering on the edge of a riddle-induced psychotic break and the dark abyss of diabetic coma? My days are filled with endless amounts of bright colors no human eye should have to take in, while my nights are spent listening to the horrid lullabies of all the lands at the same muffin-fluffin time. Oh yeah, and my only friend started life as a mess.
The upside is, you are aging very well. On the outside, at least.
I swear to whatever talking flower or dirt worm you chipper idiots worship, if you get wrong with me one more time, I will kill you so hard that those big perky brats!
That's it! Fairyland may be the happiest place on Earth for dumb snot-nosed brats, but it's also filled with the blackest of dark-hearted evils. And everyone knows to pack a fluffing lunch if they want to go a few rounds with me.
Do they also know to pack a gas mask? 'Cause your breath is brutal! You know your magic doesn't work on me! What's the rule, Larry?
The Queen of Fairyland may not harm one single hair on the head of any guest of Fairyland.
Yes! I know the laws of Fairyland! I happen to be the queen of all Fairyland! So will everyone please stop reading me the laws of Fairyland!
My apologies, dear. I don't know what came over me. My job is very stressful. Heavy is the crown and all that. While I want to strangle your little neck until you are simply dead, you are a guest. For now.
What's for now mean?
I mean, what happens to you if Happy gets to the key first? Anyhow, I must be going now. Always a pleasure, Gertrude.
Hey! Come back here! What a gitch. Larry, let's lay the shish out. What does the law say about 2 guests?
In the case of multiple guests, the human who reaches the key first will be allowed to return to their world. The remaining guests will become citizens of Fairyland, where they will stay forever and ever and ever. Then there's like 30 evers.
If Happy gets the key first, then I'm stuck here for good?
Yep, and you lose the guest protection spell.
Meaning the queen can kill the flump out of me whenever she wants! I'm not into that. I need to get there before Happy.
That would be good for you.
What will it take?
For you to beat Happy? Oh, you know, probably just do something completely impossible, like wielding the power of one of the 7 evil dooms.
That is the best idea you ever had.
You know this isn't going to go well for us, right?
Sure it will. Besides, Happy is still new to this place. It's not all going to be so easy for her.
Elsewhere?
You have lifted my curse, and for that I give you the thread of Dot's Eye. Take it north to Burr and tell him a secret.
Awesome!
He will bring you to the edge of Winter's Teeth. From there, the Snowsies will carry you through their land and into the next.
Oh, sure plenty things.
Once in Pelopolis, use your gift. And when you reach the castle,
And if I just put the thread through here.
use your gift again.
Goodbye, Plushina.
Dot will see that you are rewarded.
Meanwhile,
I'd like to reiterate that seeking out one of the 7 evil dooms was not an actual suggestion. We can still turn back.
Sack up, man. I bet the Forest of Doomed Trees is just a name to scare people off. I bet there ain't nothing but heartless squirrels and cute chipmunks in there. Don't say a word, Larry. Not one word.
After the forest, we still have to survive the bawling fields.
Somebody change their diapers, please!
Scale the peaks of the snoring snotties.
Yeah. You guys better eat some fluff and chicken soup.
Outrun the Borgle's breath.
Does he ever brush his teeth?
And then cross the Red Sea.
Enough with the play-by-play, Larry! We've been on this boat for 2 hours, so if you want to hear the sound of your own horrible voice, then why don't you tell me where the spell this guy lives?
Well, I'm no expert, but maybe in that creepy castle on top of that giant skull rock.
You want to play me up?
No.
Will you do it anyway?
No.
I hate you.
Yep. Turn back now, putrid child. What now?
Nah, we want to go in there. Open up.
I am Skullkill the Bloodbringer. Turn back now, or feel my wrath.
Oh no, not your
wrath!
Subtle. Real subtle.
Hello! We're here to talk to one of the evil dupes!
I am still your guide. It is my responsibility to tell you that giant evil doors that open on their own should never be walked through.
Do you mean, like, this?
Okay, but you're not going to like what you see.
Welcome to my realm of skulls, Gertrude.
I want to have the phrase on the nose in the realm of skulls.
You say something?
No, just admiring the decor. Very creative.
How did you know my name?
I am Lord Darketh Death, and I am the knot of all that is.
Yeah. I have no idea what any of that means.
It means I know everything, because I allow it to be. And when I decide it should not be, then it will be not.
Gotcha. You're an evil poet with control issues. So, you know all about this happy character and how she's trying to find my key and make me stuck here forever?
Oh, I do. It's quite the plot twist.
Then you know I'm gonna ask if I could maybe, borrow your evil powers, then use them to smash that little sprite's giant dough eyes into dough, so I can get to the key first.
Again, I know everything. Like, all the stuff.
Then, can I have them?
Of course you can.
Really?
Sure, with one small caveat.
Yay! What's the... Larry, what's caveat mean?
It's like a condition to a deal.
Right. What's the caveat?
Simple. Make your way through my dungeon and prove yourself worthy.
Hey, listen, I got a bit of a headache and I tweaked my back yesterday when we were doing stuff and things, so, I'm gonna sit this one out. Good luck with that.
Eat a dick, Larry.
Okay, I'll do that. Good luck.
Oh! Based on Scully McBoner up there, I was expecting something much bigger and scarier.
Well, she's dead.
Oh, pop you, narrator.
I mean, to be continued.
The following is a non-profit fan-based comic. Wait a minute. We don't get paid? I Hate Fairyland is owned by Scotty Young and Image Comics. Please support the official release on Comixology. Okay, after this, I am so getting a new agent.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Happy, who was on a grand adventure in the wonderful world of Fairyland.
Goes the clock.
She was sent on an epic quest across the plains of time
That was in your mouth?
and under the jelly seas. After seeking the sacred trinkets of the trolls of Bridgetopia and finding the lost love for these syrup orcs in the Pancake Caves, she has reached the final treasure.
Lady, is that what I think it is?
Yes, Happy. You have found the key. All you have to do is touch it, and you will be taken to the door.
This is so kitty-tastic! Oh, look! It's all my friends!
The Fairylanders were filled with joy as they gathered to wish her a farewell.
Hello, everyone!
None were more pleased than Queen Cloudia.
You have no idea how happy you've made me happy.
Teehee, you said my name twice.
I hope you enjoyed your time with us. All that's left for you to do is put the key in the door and unlock it. You'll be back home in a whiffle.
With a smile on her face, Happy was on...
Oh, wait. I can't leave without saying goodbye to you, Miss Lady. You are so kind and sweet and beautiful and
Oh, yes. She's all the great words. Let's get your cute little self through that door, shall we? Like, now.
What's that sound?
Nothing.
nothing. Just get your sass through that door. Now.
I'm not sure what's happening. Is this part of the story?
Keep narrating, you useless ball of hot air. Tell her she's going through that door, no matter what.
Sorry, Your Majesty. Run away! There was a mighty rumble under their feet.
I'm totally kinda scared.
Tell her she's not scared. Tell her.
But, I would not scare Happy, for she was not like the wretched Gertrude who
so happy. You caught me by surprise last time, but now I'm a bit more prepared. You did notice the giant, dark, evil dragon I came riding on, right?
This is against all known rules of Fairyland. How did you get this kind of power?
I just dropped by the lands of Nott and asked my old pal, Darketh. But first, I have to prove myself. I fought my way into his dungeon. Each boss was more evil and more bossier than the last. But no matter what the next level had in store, I killed the plush of it.
You dare enter my domain and insult me by killing my hordes? You are
like the daughter I never had. Go forth and use my powers as you please. Make me proud.
And that brings us here. I got the super evil kill you so hard powers. And you got my key.
Finders keepers! You're not the only one that learned new tricks since we met in the woods. Time for you to go fly Farsi!
Why don't we stop holding it and start using it?
Nice of you to finally show up after I did all the hard work. Why did you ever think this day would come, Larry?
Sadly, no.
I won't let you know in this moment you grows a little piece of flip. It's just too special. I'm really... going home. I know you all are going to miss me terribly, but I need you to fight the urge to get all teary-eyed and try to hug me and stuff. So, bye-bye.
Gertrude, I am indeed sad that your goodbye doesn't contain more death.
For once, you make a good point.
What? No, don't.
Here's the Hamster for you! Kill the queen! That made every single year I've been here worth it! The key! No! Where did it go, Larry? What's going on? Why can't I go home?
Upon the death of the king or queen, the one who deals the fatal blow must take up the crown and become the queen of
Fluffin' Fairyland.